Welcome to another episode of the podcast Profits Unleashed podcast, a show where we empower coaches, consultants to use podcasting as a way to grow their business. And today I do have a phenomenal guest, none other than Heidi DeCoux, serial entrepreneur, financial systems strategist, and the founder of Cashflowy.ai. She is known as the optimizer. She's helped tens of thousands of entrepreneurs streamline their business and scale sustainably. And in the last 24 years, she has built and sold 4 businesses, 3 of them with more than 50% profit margins, and one with even a 7-figure exit. Welcome to the show, Heidi.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with a little bit of your backstory. And what was the inspiration behind you developing this software, Cashflowy.ai?
I've been working with solopreneurs through all my businesses in a variety of different ways. I believe wholeheartedly in them. They are the backbone of our economy. They're the ones that are providing real solutions in our world right now. It's the fastest growing business segment. We're seeing companies like Meta, Google, et cetera, that are hiring fewer and fewer full-time salary employees, more freelancers. And the thing with solopreneur is we have a chance right now with the power of AI. We can AI back the humans so that they can be doing their good, creative, amazing human work in the world and have the whole back end of their business automated. They can have the minutia and the admin and the bookkeeping and the accounting and even a lot of the marketing really automated, freeing up their time and energy so that they can be focused on their good, quality human work, being a coach or a consultant or running a mastermind or a therapist or having corporate clients that they work on or whatever it is, the work that they do, and then have time. They're not bogged down by all of this back end in their business. They actually have free time to rejuvenate themselves, to take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, to have a family if they want, to travel. And we're at a time where they can make more money than ever. Solopreneurs can work a part-time lifestyle business and make multiple 6 figures or even multiple 7 figures. And right now, somewhere on our beautiful planet, there is someone working on an idea that will be the first one-person billion-dollar business. It is just a matter of time. And so the opportunity is incredible. I want to see us get down to a 2, 3, 4-day work week, maybe a 24-hour work week or whatever works for you. I think that's just good for humanity. I personally am not somebody that's super attracted to a 2 or 3-day work week because I love to work. I will probably work until I die. If you dropped $100 million in my bank account tomorrow, I would be doing the exact same thing today that I already am doing today, right? I want to birth this solution into the world. I want to raise up solopreneurs. However, I think it's really good for humanity to be set up in such a way that people can make a highly abundant full-time income working part-time so they can raise a family or travel or take care of their health or pursue hobbies. They can rejuvenate their creative energy so that they're putting higher quality human work out into the world. So I'm a big advocate for AI-backed humans. And the way that I'm contributing to it through Cashflowy.ai, we are providing all of your bookkeeping, accounting, tax prep, automagically. You can manage all your finances, no human bookkeeper required in under 1 hour a month. We are showing you exactly what's actually happening in your business, what your real numbers are, your KPIs, key performance indicators, what they mean, and what you need to focus on based on what they're telling you. So many solopreneurs are running around throwing tons of spaghetti at the wall because they don't know what's actually working in their business. The reality is maybe 20% of that stuff is actually moving the needle and creating net revenue, net profit, take home pay in your business. So we want to get you clear on what's really going on, what you should be doubling down on, and what you should be not spending any time on so that you can work fewer hours and you can earn a lot more money and be in a lot more flow in your business.
Oh my goodness, that's so important because so many people when they're starting out, they are trying to do everything and they're not, maybe they really shouldn't because it isn't their strength, it isn't their genius mode, as it were, but maybe they can't afford to pay somebody who's an expert in XYZ. But using AI, I think people are still a little bit hesitant about it, but they're missing out on so much because it's, like you say, it's going to save them so much time. And the idea of actually keeping more money is always a good thing, right? It can really transform businesses. So, how has this come about? You must have some kind of process that you use to help people scale their business. How is this software doing that for them?
So, in addition to your finances, which I do want to make a point, I think you made a really good point there. A lot of people, they like the idea of AI, but they're scared. They feel like they have to learn a big new tech tool. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be time consuming. That's true with some AI tech tools. However, there's a bunch of AI tech tools that are very inexpensive, like Cashflowy.ai, and that also have a very low learning curve. So our software, for example, you can get fully onboarded and completely understand how it works and have it linked to all your bank accounts and credit cards and PayPal and have all your books done in 15 minutes, literally 15 minutes. From when you fill out an order form and become a user, 15 minutes later, your accounting and bookkeeping is done. And we don't, just so you know, we don't have access to your bank accounts or credit cards. What it's doing is just reading your transactions. So it's just linking to read transactions and then taking those transactions and categorizing the income, the expenses, creating your P&L, et cetera. And then we're building out, we're still in beta right now, but we're bringing in our next batch of 200 founding members. We have an incredibly special offer for our founding members right now. If you want to check it out at Cashflowy.ai. But we're building out a very cool and robust cash flow tracker so that you know exactly how much cash you actually have, because the number in your bank account's irrelevant. You've already spent some of that money, you've got new money coming in. And so a lot of our target market, our solopreneurs, maybe don't know how much to pay themselves. They're like, I actually don't know how much I can pay myself this month. We tell you in the cash flow tracker, we're going to say, this is how much you can afford to pay yourself. And then we also are putting in a whole KPI, which is key performance indicators. And that's the big differentiating factor between us and other softwares. Number one, we're built specifically for solopreneurs. FreshBooks and QuickBooks and all them, they're built for big businesses and you can just make them work for a solopreneur business. Oftentimes though, they feel clunky, they feel overwhelming. You end up hiring a human bookkeeper. We are built for a solopreneur type business. So our AI is very smart and it feels like automagical. You can handle all your finances in under 1 hour a month. And in addition to always being tax ready and knowing your numbers, you're going to understand the key numbers that drive smart decisions in your business. You're going to understand exactly what's working and what's not working in your business. You know what to double down on, what to not waste your time and energy on, so that you can increase your net profit while decreasing the amount of hours that you work and consistently take home a paycheck and continually increase that paycheck that you're taking home from your business.
So it's all about increasing your top line revenue. So, what do you think some of the reasons why people are still a little bit hesitant about using this for their bookkeeping? Is this going to totally allow them to not even need an accountant? Is this going to help reduce their expenses overall?
Yeah, and we're actually focused on their net revenue versus top line. It will help. We want you to have good top line revenue, but we're really focused on your take home pay. And yeah, you with Cashflowy.ai, you actually don't need a human bookkeeper or accountant. Now, until we build the tax product, you will need somebody to do your taxes. But by the end of this year, we'll have that option available. You don't have to use it. Those of you that have had a human bookkeeper before, you've probably had the experience where you have a question, you email them. Maybe 3 days later, you hear back. And then usually it's a follow-up question. And so it's now been a week and you still don't have your original question actually answered. Also, statistically speaking, a good, competent human bookkeeper is 70% accurate. Our software is already, we're in beta and we're 96% accurate. And we're in beta. So you get access to a 24/7 AI bookkeeper that's dramatically more accurate than a human, that not only is handling your books in real time, It reads the transactions and pulls it in, and it's on your dashboard, and it updates your P&L and everything in real time. In addition, you can chat with it. You can talk to it. You can type to it and say, how many dollars did I spend on software last year? How many dollars of outstanding invoices do I have? How do I handle this, that, or the other thing? How much money am I spending to acquire a new client on average? And it will give you accurate answers instantly. So you can do that you can chat with it at 11 p.m. on a Friday if you want. It's there for you. It's your advocate, and it's there answering all of your questions. So with Cashflowy, our goal is to make you smart. We want to make sure that you feel so smart about your numbers and what's going on in your business, and you know exactly what to focus on. You know how to increase your net profit. You know how to take home more money, and you're always tax ready.
So how is it, and can you give some examples of, if somebody is going to use this, how is that going to actually help them scale their business?
So there's 4 main categories of KPIs that you need to know and understand in your business. And so those are your revenue, your profitability, your client metrics, and your productivity. Those are the 4 main categories. And then there's a few specific KPIs within each category. Now, those, depending on, so there's a dashboard being built in there with your KPIs. So you're going to know what your KPIs are. There is some information in the KPIs that you'll have to manually enter, because there's no way for us to like automatically know that information, but we pull in everything we can automatically. And then there's a few more pieces you'll enter, and then it's going to give you scores and show your KPIs in these areas. Then based on those scores, it's going to tell you what you should be focused on. So for example, it could be that what it's showing you is what your KPIs say is you need to focus on client retention. Your biggest problem right now is client retention. All of our Cashflowy users get free access to a community we're launching this fall called Cashflower Society. And in the Cashflower Society, we're giving you resources on doing the thing that your KPI is telling you need to do. So if you need to retain more clients, go into Cashflower Society, and we're going to have grab and go resources there for how to retain more clients, templates, everything you need. We're going to say this statistically is things that help coaches, consultants, therapists, influencers, all of these kind of solopreneur businesses retain more clients. These are the strategies. Here's the templates. Go implement them. And then we're going to watch your KPIs change over the next couple of months based on that implementation, right?
Fantastic.
And so your KPI is telling you. Another big thing with solopreneurs is often. So a lot of solopreneurs offer a variety of different services or online programs or whatever it is. They have a variety of different services or programs with different price points. What they don't know, because they don't know their KPIs, what they don't know is what's actually putting money in their bank account, net profit, versus what's just taking a bunch of their time, energy, and bandwidth and isn't contributing to their bottom line. Your KPIs are going to show that. So and generally speaking, most solopreneurs, 20% of what you're doing is generating 80% of your net revenue. And so what we want to do is make it crystal clear to you what that 20% is, so that you can double down on it and you can just quit doing the 80%. And that's where we've seen the biggest change with our beta founding members is they are like mind blown on what's actually making the money and what's not, because some of the things that have very high gross profit, you're like, oh, that makes me all this money every year. No, it doesn't. It makes you top line money, and none of it's ending up in your bank account. You don't realize that to deliver this thing that's bringing in a lot of top line revenue, your average hour per hour work to deliver it is like $15 an hour. But there's this other thing that you're delivering, and you're making $200 an hour. You got to triple down on this, and you need to just stop this and stop spinning your wheels and putting all this bandwidth. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to show you. You're going to be very smart about your numbers and what's going on in your business so that you can make smart business decisions.
This is going to be completely transforming people's business, because they don't. Most newer entrepreneurs do not know their numbers in the beginning, and they're just going out and focusing on the things that they actually enjoy doing. Whereas this is taking the emotion out of everything, and it's all down to the numbers so that you can make informed decisions on what's actually going to bring in that net profit, increasing your net profit. I love it. And so what would be so many people are going to trust these big names, QuickBooks, A lot of people are going digital with this, but so what is it that's going to hold people back from going with a brand name like QuickBooks, for instance, as opposed to using some AI model like Cashflowy?
We have a 14-day free trial. So I say just try it out. You're going to see that it is dramatically better than like a QuickBooks. QuickBooks was not made for solopreneurs. QuickBooks was made for much bigger businesses. It's actually made more for accountants and bookkeepers to run QuickBooks accounts for their clients. It's not made for the end user, as is a lot of the software. Also, they don't care about you. They do not care about your business. They do not care if you make more net profit or not. We are designed for you by people who know and understand you, by people who genuinely love you, and by people who have your best interest at heart and want to make sure that you are focused on the right things, that you're smart about your numbers, that you're making smart business decisions so that you can work fewer hours, deliver higher quality products and services, and then have the time and energy to live your life, right?
Fantastic.
And so that when you're working, you're in your creative genius flow. You're not fried and burnt out.
So you can take off a couple of hats there. That's what I'm seeing. So what should the listeners do next then? What would be the next step to see how this works?
Go get a free trial. It takes 15 minutes to link all your stuff and get going. If you choose to stay with us, after your free trial, you get, if you come in while we're still in our beta founding member sale right now, you get half off for life. We're rolling out the cash flow tracker. We're rolling out the KPI. We're rolling things out. As we roll things out, the price will go up. If you're a beta founding member, the price will stay the same forever. For as long as you're a member, you will pay the exact same price. Plus, you're going to help shape it. You're the ones that we're meeting with and saying, what's important to you, which we're working on these features. Which one do you want us to release first? Do you have any other feature ideas for us? Do you like this button here or here? We're actually going to be creating a name and personality for our AI bookkeeper. Beta founding members are going to choose it. They're going to vote on the name and personality and help create that. So you get to be on the ground floor creating this and helping us create Cashflower society. And for that, you're going to immediately unlock a $3,000 bonus package, which is incredible because the software for beta founding members is only $297 a year, right? That's 81 cents a day. You immediately get access to a really good $3,000 bonus package. And then on top of that, you are part of that founding member shaping Cashflowy, and the price will never go up for you.
Fantastic. Heidi's details will be in the show notes. If you didn't catch that, resort back to the show notes. It sounds like this is totally going to revolutionize people's businesses and increase their income and give them back their time. So take that next step. Don't be afraid of AI. Incorporate it into your life. It's going to work wonders. Heidi, thank you so much for taking time out of your day today to share with us about this new software. So guys, who doesn't want to keep more of what they earn and actually scale their business with the right metrics? It's all about getting the right numbers for you. So thanks for your time. And to the listeners, I'll be back next time with the podcast.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to today's episode on the Podcast Profits Unleashed podcast. If you're